Hello everyone. In this video, we are starting to learn a new topic. This is about fraction again, but this fraction is different than the fraction that you have learned before. This is called fraction of a set of quantity. Now, in the fraction that you have learned before, you learn about fraction of a circle, fraction of a piece of land or a piece of paper, and so on. But in this chapter, we will learn about fraction of a group of things. The example of the group is this. This is a picture of a group of children. This group is having 7 children. This group contains 7 children. But a group can contain any numbers. So it can contain only 1 or 2 or even 100 things in a group. This is an example of a group, other group of children. There are only 5 children in this group. They are still a group. I give you other examples of a group. This is a group of beautiful flowers. Next example is this. This is a group of rabbits. Now, students, fraction is part of things. In this chapter, we learn about fraction of a group. Now, let's start. Here you see a group of X. Now, we will learn about fraction of this group. So this group as one group is called the whole. So the whole group is just like the one whole in the fraction. So the whole of the fraction contains 8x. Here you see that there is a part that is covered by blue thin layers. You can see that the part covered by blue is actually a half of the whole. So, in this case, a half of the whole contains 4x. Or we can say a half of the whole is 8x. So a half of 8x is 4x. You also can change a half into number symbol. So you can write a half of 8x is 4x. Now you see this picture is different than before. The x is still the same, the whole is also still the same, but the blue layer is different. But the blue layer is also a half of the whole. The blue layer covers half of the whole. I hope you can see that it is a half, just like you see half of a piece of paper. You can imagine that the tray is a paper, then the tray part that is covered by the blue layer is half part of the paper. So that is a half part of the whole. In this case, the half of 8x is 4, the same as before. Okay, now how about this? The whole is still the same. The whole contains 8x. So there are 8x in the whole, but the blue layer is smaller now. The part that is covered with blue is smaller than before. Can you think what part is covered by blue? What part is covered by blue? That is a quarter of the whole. You just think that it is a quarter of the tray. It is a quarter of the whole. So a quarter of the whole contains 2x in this case. A quarter of the whole is 2x. A quarter of 8x, because the whole contains 8x, we can change the whole into 8x. A quarter of 8x is 2x. Now we are back to this picture. The blue layer covered half part of the whole. You see that the whole is 8x and the half of the whole is 4x. Now I want you to think about division. The half or a half of the whole, a half of this 8x. Yeah, a half of 8x here is actually the same as, you can say it as a division sentence. Actually, the same as something, blah blah blah, divided by something. Can you think what is this? Now, a half of 8x, yeah, actually is the same as, you see, a half of 8x is the part that is covered by blue layer. That is the same as the whole divided by 2. Can you see that? It is the same as the whole divided by 2. While the whole is containing 8x, we can say a half of 8 is the same as 8x divided by 2. Because the whole is divided into two groups. One group is the group which is covered by blue layer, and the other group is without covering. Okay, now we see again this picture. The part that is covered by blue layer is a quarter of the whole part. You can see that here a quarter of the whole, that is 8x, yeah, a quarter of 8x is also can be said as 8x divided by, can you see how many equal groups are they divided into? If one group contains the same thing as the part that is covered by blue layer, yeah, you can see there is another group here and another two groups down there. So it is the same as 8x divided by 4. The part that is covered by blue layer is a quarter of 8x. Actually, it is the same as 8x divided by 4, which is equals to 2x. Now we have another group. This is a group of balls, a group of soccer balls. So in this group, the whole contains of 12 balls. Yeah. The whole contains of 12 soccer balls. The whole is the same as 12 soccer balls. Now, please think what fraction is covered by the blue layer. What fraction of the whole is it? The correct answer is, of course, it is a half fraction of the whole. Yeah. A half of the whole that is covered by blue layers. Half of the whole here contains how many balls? Yeah, that is 6 balls. Half of the whole contains 6 balls. So we can say half of. The whole can be changed into 12 soccer balls because the whole is 12 soccer balls. So half of 12 soccer balls is equal to 6 soccer balls. Now in this picture, what part is covered by the blue layers? What fraction is covered by the blue layers? Have the answer in your heart? If your answer is a half, then that is correct. So the fraction that is covered by blue layers is a half. Yeah, even this part, the part that is covered is different than before, but still the same contents of 6 soccer balls. Half of the 12 balls is 6 balls. I hope you can see that a half of 12 balls is actually the same as 12 balls divided by 2, isn't it? Now, in the first picture, this is the first picture, what fraction is shown by the blue layer? The whole is only the balls in one tray, yeah? This is another part, that is number 2. In number 1 only, the whole is only in this one tray. And then, what fraction is shown by the blue layer? Can you see? If your answer is 1/3, then that is correct. So the blue layer shown a third part of the whole. A third of the whole. Can you see that that is a third part? So a third of the whole containing 12 balls. A third of 12 balls is equal to 4 balls. A third of 12 balls. We can change a third into the number symbol. 1/3 of the whole, that is 12 balls. A third of 12 balls is 4 balls. Okay, now let's move on to number 2. What part is covered by the blue layers now? It is easy. If number 1 is 1/3 part, then number 2 is, of course, it is 2/3 part of the whole. This is 2/3 of the whole. Can you see? So 2/3 of 12 balls is, how many balls is it covered by blue layers? Yeah. Before we see that 1/3 of 12 balls is 4 balls. So if 2/3, it must be 2 times 4 balls. 2 times 1/3. So 2 times 4 balls, yeah? 1 time, this is 1/3, and then 2 times. 1/3 and 1/3 is 2/3. So it is the same as 2 times 4, that is 8 balls. 2/3 of 12 balls is 8 balls. Now you see this group, this set. Set is the same as group, yeah? The whole group contains of 8 buttons. The buttons come in different colors. Please tell what fraction of the whole is the red button, and what fraction of the whole is the blue button. Can you answer? The correct answer is half of the whole is red buttons. Yeah, there are 4 reds. So half of the whole is 4 red buttons. While the whole is 8 buttons. So we can say a half of 8 buttons is 4 red buttons. Now how about blue buttons here? That is the same. That is also a half part of the whole. So the other half part of the whole is 4 blue buttons. We also can say that half of 8 buttons is 4 blue buttons. Now we are having 2 groups, 2 sets. Let's see one by one. This is number 1. This is number 2. Let's do number 1 first. There is a group, a set in number 1. How many balls are in the group? In the whole? Yeah, we can see there are 12 balls in the whole. The whole contains of 12 balls. Now can you see what fraction of the whole is the basketball? So the basketball here, this part, what fraction of the whole is it? The correct answer is 1/3. So 1/3 of the whole is 4 basketball. How about the volleyball at the middle? The volleyball only, what fraction is it of the whole? That is the same as basketball. That is also 1/3 of the whole, or 1/3 of the 12 balls is 4. That is volleyball. And the soccer ball also takes 1/3 part of the whole. 1/3 of the whole of the 12 balls is 4 soccer balls. So in number 1, we have a set of 12 balls. The whole is containing 12 balls. 1/3 of the whole is 4 basketballs. Another 1/3 of the whole is 4 volleyballs. And another 1/3 of the whole is 4 soccer balls. So 1/3 and 1/3 and 1/3 all together, they make 1 whole, because 3/3 all together is 1 whole. Okay, now let's see number 2. In number 2, we have a group of balls. The whole here contains 12 balls, the same as number 1, but the kinds of balls are different. Now, can you tell what fraction is the soccer balls? In number 2, there is no basketballs, so some part of the whole is volleyballs and some other parts is soccer balls. Please think, what fraction is the soccer balls? What fraction of the whole is the soccer balls? The correct answer is 2/3 of the whole is the soccer balls. How many soccer balls? Here in this part is 1/3 part. We have 4 soccer balls, and the other here is another 1/3 part is 4 soccer balls. So the 2/3 altogether, this part and this part, contains 8 soccer balls. And next, this is easy. What fraction of the whole is the volleyball? That is easy, of course. That is 1/3 of the whole is the volleyball. That is 4 volleyball. In this group, the soccer ball takes 1/3 part of the whole. Yeah, so 1/3 of the 12 balls is 4 soccer balls. I hope you can see that the soccer balls, this one is 1/3 of the whole. Actually, it's the same as the whole divided by 3. So 1/3 of 12 balls is the same as 12 balls divided by 3. 3 groups. Yeah, you can see there are 3 groups. 12 balls divided by 3 is 4. 4 soccer balls. But also you can see that you can say that 12 balls divided by 3 can be 4 volleyballs. 12 balls divided by 3 can be 4 basketballs. Just like before, we say that 1/3 of the 12 balls is 4 soccer balls, but another 1/3 part of the 12 balls is 4 volleyballs, but another 1/3 part of the 12 balls is 4 basketballs. Okay, this is about fraction of quantity, a group of quantity, part 1. I hope you can understand what I have explained to you.